The simplicity of this path will shock you. There's some complexities within it, but they're only to the extent our mind is complicated, not to the extent this path is complicated. Let me show you what I mean. The thought process to follow is to see that resistance is suffering. This is the first really fundamental thing to see. It's like the wax on, wax off. It's like something that we just need to know. It's a very easy thing to understand. And it's the first thing we need to get clear. Resistance is suffering. Suffering is resistance. Suffering is the resistance to experience. So we're not going to go into too much detail here. It's very simple. It's just every time I suffer, I'm suffering because I am resisting my internal state. Someone's being robbed. I feel the urge to help, but I resist my experience, so I don't do the thing, right? I resist it. I feel the impulse and I resist the impulse because I don't want to do it. I don't want to be judged. I don't want this to happen, that to happen, right? Like the Good Samaritan, like the people in that analogy. Internal condition, I resist it. That's when we suffer. So that's the first thing to get absolutely clear. The next thing is when we start to realize that what I am, what I think I am, might not be what I am. Now, I assume most people watching these videos already get this, so we're not going to go into too much detail. But for those who might be watching who have never heard of this before, let's just say that there will be a point, or probably has become a point if you're watching my videos, where what I am has never been established. I usually assume that I'm a body and a mind, but somehow the way I'm living is causing suffering. What I am might not be what I think I am. Then we realize what I am is not an object. I am not actually just this body and mind. I'm not anything inside the body. I don't look out into the world, a separate world. What I am is not an object. It's absolute in the sense there's no dimensions, form, or anything to it. I don't have form. What I am is, you could say, pure consciousness. Very simple. Just go in that direction. All you have to do is, at this stage, is ask yourself, where am I? What am I? Where's the evidence to prove that I'm a limited body mind? You will never find it. This is the beauty of the process. You don't have to find something. You just have to find what you're not and see the things in experience that you used to think you were that you're actually not. It's quite easy. It's like so, I just think that's so simple. What in my experience proves that I'm finite, and is it true? Simple to follow, right? Which then takes us to the realization that what I am actually is infinite, meaning I'm not limited to the body or the mind. Now, at this stage, there's still things that make us believe that. So all we do here is basically the same as we did before. If I know that I'm infinite, what makes me convinced that I'm finite? That's it. And you just be genuinely interested and you just explore that. If I think that I'm infinite, or if I know or I've seen or a glimpse that, what is it that convinces me that I'm not? And actually look at those things. Is it that I perceive separate objects? Is it that someone said something to me and it offended me and I feel like I'm a limited self again? Is it speaking to other people makes me feel like I'm a limited self and they're a limited self? Is it that walking down the park hearing the birds tweet makes me think I'm inside my head and the birds are outside of myself? What about your perceptions? What about your thoughts? And what about your feelings? These are the three layers: thought, feeling, and perception. What about my thoughts, feelings, and perceptions make me convinced that I'm temporally limited and finite? It's that simple. And then you take your life in that direction. And then the last thing is just explore these limitations. We've got to learn to explore those limits. So, for instance, if I hear a conversation or if I hear a bird, let's say a bird tweeting, and I think, oh, well, if I was infinite, why does it feel like the bird is over there and I'm here? If I'm infinite and I'm not really dependent on the body, why does it feel like I'm actually inside the body? Why does it feel like, if I was infinite, shouldn't I be able to look out of everybody else's eyes? Shouldn't I be able to, I don't know, teleport somewhere? And then we go in that direction. Now, I'm going to give you some guidance on this part of the path because it's probably the most unexplored part and what most people struggle with most. At this stage, for anyone watching, I do this all the time in my community if you'd like to check that out, but without having to go there at the moment, we would look, okay, so let's just take the example. The bird sounds like it's outside. Let's take a look at what inside my mind is. Inside my mind is like a thought, right? If I was to say something is inside me, I would say a thought is inside me or a feeling is inside me. Now, the question is, where would you say your feelings take place? Most people would say they take place inside my body. Fair enough. You have an emotion, doesn't take place over there, it doesn't take place in somebody else's emotion. It takes place where you are, right? Now the question is, if it takes place in your body, where does your body take place? Oh, good question. I have no idea. Well, what does a body mean? Well, a body means if I was to, I can look at the body, but that doesn't tell me what the body is, right? Looking at a bird doesn't tell me what a bird is. Looking at this person doesn't tell me anything about that person. It tells me what it looks like, but doesn't tell me what it is. Only the thing can tell you what it is, and you have to go to that experience. So to go to that experience, you just close your eyes, and you just experience what your body is without looking at it, without conceptualizing it. What you find is just a sensation. So the question is, if the body itself is a sensation, then what is a feeling? Is it something other than a sensation? No, a feeling or an emotion is a sensation. So do sensations take place inside sensations? No, they don't. So the body doesn't take emotions or feelings, they don't take place inside the body in as much as the body takes place inside the body. You see, cups don't take place inside cups unless you put a cup in a cup. We're not talking about cups in cups. We're not talking about bodies in bodies. We're talking about just the body, right? Water doesn't take place in water, it just is water. So nothing takes place in a sensation. A sensation isn't like a thing you can put things in. It is a thing in something, right? So if the cup, so if the body is itself a sensation, how can feelings take place in a feeling? It can't. So the question is, where is the body taking place? The body must be taking place somewhere inside me, right? The body doesn't take place outside me, otherwise it wouldn't be my body. So we realize, oh, so this body that I've been talking about, this thing's inside it. There's nothing inside it. It is inside something. The next thing is a thought is also inside me, right? We're referencing now outside and inside. If sounds take place outside, why does it seem that way? Well, let's look at what takes place inside and verify it. So we're looking now, the body doesn't take place outside me, it takes place inside me. The body's not really a thing, it's a sensation. Sensations take place in something, just like my thoughts. Now, some people might say, well, my thoughts take place inside my head. Thoughts don't take place inside your head in as much as your body takes place in your body, right? Your head is a sensation. Close your eyes and realize right now, your entire head experience, without conceptualizing it, take away your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth. That's not your head. Your head right now is whatever is your head minus the conceptions of it. And what you find is it is a sensation. If your head is a sensation, where does your head take place? Heads don't take place inside heads. Thoughts don't take place inside sensations. So where is your head taking place? It's obviously taking place wherever your thoughts take place, equal to where your thoughts take place. So it's not like your thoughts take place somewhere else and your head is also somewhere else. Your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your entire experience so far takes place wherever that is, which is not outside you. So your sensations, your body, your thoughts, they all take place in the same place. Your thoughts don't take place in your head. Your head is also something that takes place wherever your thoughts take place. This is something big to realize. So now what we've done is we've taken one little question, one exploration. We haven't even gone to the sound of the birds yet, and look how far we've come. So this is thought yoga. This is just exploring experience directly. Some people might disagree with this. If you disagree, it doesn't matter. Just watch another video. Not my video, someone else's video. I don't mind. Some people who resonate with this. It's a way of exploring that comes out of genuine curiosity and playfulness. So now we see that thoughts, sensations, body, they all take place somewhere inside me, and that somewhere, I don't know where it is yet. We don't need to. The question is, why does a sound seem to take place outside me? The question is then, if a sound takes place at a distance, seeming distance, what is it a distance from? Because if it's a distance from the body, well, that's correct. But the question is, where does the body take place? Well, it doesn't take place in space, right? Because a body is a sensation. Sensations don't take place in space. If they took place in space, I'd be able to pick up a sensation. I'd be able to touch a sensation. I'd be like, hey guys, can you see this? And he's like, yeah, that's a sensation. No one does that because you can't touch a sensation. You can't pick it up, right? In as much as you can touch a thought or pick up a thought. So the question is, why does the sound seem to take place outside? Let's break it down. If a sound takes place, what contact do you have with the sound? What makes you know that there's a sound? You hear it, right? If you hear something, what part of the hearing is in the sound? Well, what we see is that a sound doesn't actually take place apart from hearing. So there's no sound and then hearing. Sounds only exist if there's hearing. if you can hear it, right? Otherwise, it's not a sound. What would be there to hear it? Objects don't have sounds inside them. If I opened up an egg, I wouldn't just have, oh, crack. You see, you wouldn't find crack in an egg, right? Eggs crack. That's the sound they make when you break an egg. Eggs don't have that coded inside them, right? If you open an egg, hopefully you don't find a chicken, but you'll find yolk and whatever stuff is in there, right? If you looked inside the yolk or the other thing, you wouldn't find sounds inside it. If you looked at the DNA, the intricate microbes or whatever you want to call it of the egg, you wouldn't find sounds. No, sounds don't come from eggs. You see? But yet somehow egg makes a sound. What happens is we never come into contact with an egg making a sound. We just come into contact with hearing, right? You hear it. The sound doesn't take place outside hearing. Try and find that. Try and find the possibility of that. Could you ever find a sound outside the realm of hearing? Hearing is a realm. It's a place of experience. Obviously not. Sounds and hearing, they're the same thing. We think we hear sounds like it's a sound and I hear it. No, the sound and the hearing are the same experience. So what we find is that the only hearing there is my mind. Hearing is an experience inside me. Hearing is an experience outside me. How could that be possible? If hearing was outside you, you'd never hear anything. So it's inside. It's something inside you, right? I know we're building concepts now of inside and outside. This is the purpose of this exploration. We're breaking things down. If a sound doesn't take place outside you, then where does it take place? Well, notice this. You haven't been found yet in this process. You found a body, you found thoughts, you found feelings, but you have not been something that we have found as an object in this experience, yet you are there. So the question is, wherever these things take place, it's taking place in you, but you are obviously not one of the things that are taking place. You see, you're not something, you're not an object in the realm of where the things take place. So when we have this sound that seems to take place outside us, what we notice is that hearing is the only contact we have with a sound, and hearing isn't an external thing. So this perception is purely a mind experience. Hearing is obviously not an experience outside of our mind. Hearing is an experience, we could say, inside our mind. Well, it is our mind. It's not inside or outside. It is the experience of our mind. That means hearing doesn't take place at a distance from us. So whereas you may perceive and conceptualize a distance between you and the birds tweeting, you're not at a distance from that distance, you see? If you're not at a distance from that distance, you must be completely intimately one with that experience. And that is what we find. Look at this now. You may hear a bird tweeting. Maybe you don't. Maybe you hear something else. Maybe it's my voice. Notice that you may conceptualize a distance between your ears and your sound. And you may conceptualize that distance, but what is the distance between you and that distance? There is no distance. You are completely one with experience. There's no you hearing a sound. There's just the knowing of the sound, and the sound can't be separated from the knowing. There's just knowing. And what you notice is where's the distance between you and that knowing? There is no distance. So what we see is we've just broken down what could be a three-way pathway, which is what most people live by, to an experience that is completely, we could say, holonymous. There's no distance, there's no three-way thing. There's just what is. And what is just that. So this is a simple pathway that we can take. Hopefully it was simple anyway. For those who want to go deeper into this, I have a community, I also have a retreat taking place at the end of the year. And anyone interested, I'd love to see you there. We've also got free meditations now, which will be starting soon, every single week in the free group, completely for free. So we'd love to see you there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.